Sakal Gunar Vande Guru Sri Charanaravindan.
We know that you are expert in the meaning of all subjects, except some portions of the Vedas, and thus you can clearly explain the answers to all the questions we have just put to you. The difference between the Vedas and the Purans is like that between the Brahmins and the Parivrajakas. The Brahmins are meant to administer some fruitive sacrifices mentioned in the Vedas, but the Parivrajakaryas, or learned preachers, are meant to disseminate transcendental knowledge to one and all. As such, the Parivrajakaryas are not always expert in pronouncing the Vedic mantras which are practiced systematically by accent and meter by the Brahmans who are meant for administering Vedic rites. Yet it should not be considered that the Brahmans are more important than the itinerant preachers. They are one and different simultaneously because they are meant for the same end, in different ways. There is no difference also between the Vedic mantras and what is explained in the Purans and Itihasa. According to Srila Jiva Goswami, it is mentioned in the Madhyandina Shruti that all the Vedas, namely the Sam, Athav, Yajur, Purans, Itihasa, Upanishads, etc., are emanations from the breathing of the Supreme Being. The only difference is that the Vedic mantras are mostly begun with Pranava Omkar, and it requires some training to practice the metric pronunciation of the Vedic mantras. But that does not mean that Srimad Bhagwatam is of less importance than the Vedic mantras. On the contrary, it is the ripened fruit of all the Vedas, as stated before. Besides that, the most perfectly liberated soul, Srila Shukdev Goswami, is absorbed in the studies of the Bhagavatam, although he is already self-realized. Srila Sutta Goswami is following his footsteps, and therefore his position is not the least less important, because he was not expert in chanting Vedic mantras with metric pronunciation, which depends more on practice than actual realization. Realization is more important than parrot-like chanting.